5 minutes and it's 5:55. Period. Let me pick the card of the day real quick. May I have your energy?
Yes.
Thank you.
Who the fuck is messaging me right now?
Want me. Energy of the day. Energy. Oh, damn, it's a lot of energy. I see this one, so I'm gonna pick this.
Okay.
Do the hermit card. Get to work. Pound, pound.
Pound, pound. Nope. Link. And
Mimi, you're back.
oh.
Baby, call Mimi again. I'll shut the door right now, though.
Okie dokie.
Mimi, could you get out?
Get the fuck out, girl. Just like you.
Yeah. She's hiding. Get her out of here. Shout out Merlin.
Merlin, good job taking out the freaking demon.
What? I'm gonna take this out with
Demon whore. Okay.
yeah, we're live.
And we're live.
And we're live. I gotta fix that door. Let me
Okay. There's that. And then I'm gonna put it on Snapchat. Okay. Period. Okay, boo boo. Let's see. Hello. My microphone is working.
Hello.
Oh Lord, don't be too loud.
Okay, my bad.
You freaking sicko.
You freaking mashugana.
Yeah, I put mine a little bit lower than yours because my voice is just naturally loud, I guess.
Did you delete the filters?
I did, yeah, on both of ours.
Okay, but
I'm pretty sure.
and then we just need to add the banner.
I don't know that. I think that I just...
Yes.
No. Hello?
Where did it go?
It's working.
Maybe it's off screen.
Oh yeah, moving. Where, how
Zoom
do I,
out.
How do I get it? Well, don't fuck that up.
There, that's okay. Let me see.
See you? Skill?
Now fuck that bitch. Ruben said show kitty.
Why would you say all that?
This isn't that kind of stream. No kitty.
No kitty.
No kitty cat, pussy pat.
Ew, stop talking like that. I freaking
Gonna get it demonetized.
Yeah, literally. Oh,
Oh,
wow!
oh god, oh god.
Earthquake!
You fumbly ass bitch.
Shut up. Shuddy wuddy in the buddy.
Hey, wait. Okay. Maybe I should get rid of those flowers. What do you think? Because the sign's gonna be overrun.
What do you mean? You can just mirror it. Just right click on the image, and then you should be able to do that thing that you did with the transform. Or blending.
Blending, that's what it was. So it's multiply.
Yes. That's fine.
Are you sure?
That's fine.
Okay, good enough.
Yes. Very good. Very good. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Now get out of my light. Yes.
Alright.
Alright, ready?
Wait, where's my phone? Okay.
In your house.
Oh.
LOL. Okay, nobody look because this is illegal.
It's not even.
It is for me.
Híjole. Poser.
Whatever. You're the one that got it. I didn't ask for this. But thank you. Okay, cool. Ready? Ow!
Oh.
I don't even know what that is. Okay.
Okay.
Oh wait, there's an error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Why is it buffering so much though? Show kitty!
Yeah, that's what I was talking
Ruben,
about.
stop!
I was like, this isn't that kind of show.
Yeah, right?
Buddy.
Suggestion, the bitrate is higher than the recommended. How do we change that then?
Yeah, give us some options. You can't just tell us something's wrong and then not give us options.
Yeah, give me
Bitch.
option. Standard YouTube.
Excuse us, y'all, while we try to figure this out. And by we, I mean Audrey.
Yep.
She's the technical one.
Not really.
Not really, but she does her best, and we appreciate it.
Yeah.
I brought all the stuff up.
Right.
I did the heavy lifting.
Okay.
I don't know if I like the flowers. I think I'm gonna get rid of them.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
It's a beautiful day outside.
Is this too... Is good?
It's still giving the
Okay.
air.
Well, it's fine. Whatever. Hello. Can you guys hear us and see us?
Let me know.
If anybody got
Let me go share on my Instagram as well.
yes. Please.
Please.
We've got the two Charleses.
Yes, that's a good one to get for both of us.
I
honestly.
know, literally, it's the two of us. I'm the one with the bowl cut. You're the one with
Yeah.
the toga.
Definitely the toga guy.
Yeah, you're definitely toga vibes.
Let's see.
Oh,
Velvet, hey
Velveeta!
girl, welcome.
Hi! Oh my god, I love
I
you.
love you also more
What?
than Audrey.
No, that's impossible.
Impossible.
We're best friends.
Come see me. Did we get any questions on Instagram?
You've been devoted. Yes. Yeah, we did.
Okay, bet.
We did. So, sorry guys, we're not going to use the journal. I'm going to use my phone
That's fine.
because last time you guys talked to us through Instagram and had some more questions about manifesting or I'm sorry, not manifesting. That's today's topic. Last week, whenever we had our conversation about it's
the
already
inner
been a while.
child,
The inner child, yes.
The higher self and the shadow self.
Yeah, perfect.
She forgot.
I've already, yes.
She
it's-
doesn't learn her lesson.
It's been quite a while since then. I don't know. Yeah, so hello guys. Shall we do our intro?
What's her intro? I'm just kidding.
I'm literally. You're
just
not
giving you back-
kidding.
yeah, I was just kidding. I mean, of course I know the intro.
Oh
I'm just
God.
testing you.
All right. Anyway. Right. Anyway. Hi guys.
Hi.
My name is Audrey Tan.
My name is Angel Ortiz. You can follow me on Instagram at Avocado Papi. That's where I post all of my work. You could also follow me on Patreon, where you can give a little bit of money for some exclusive perks. And you can also watch his podcast, leave a like, and that would help us out so much.
Yes, follow us on And They Were Roomies on Instagram. And also my Instagram handle is at first.generasian. That's right, Generasian. I'm a pun girl, so don't get it twisted.
Period.
Anyway, how are you today?
I am doing
How are you feeling?
well today.
Yes.
I woke up late because...
you always wake up late.
Yeah, just today. Yesterday was
Liar.
super... Just today, though.
Just that.
Yesterday was so eventful for me because me and my boyfriend, we went on like... It's been a while since we've hung out like together on a Sunday, and Sundays are fun days. So we got up early. We went to go to brunch.
Ooh.
And then we had a couple mimosas there, and then we had gone to the botanical gardens for a little event that they were holding, and that was beautiful. I love walking around. We got rained on a little bit, but for some reason it was like very tranquil.
Yeah,
So
I feel like it's better.
Yeah.
When you're in a garden.
Yeah, I felt like a fucking forest spirit walking through the rain and the mist.
Just like touching everything and it's all dying.
Yeah, I try not to touch anything because I was all like,
He does not have a green thumb.
I'm just here to look.
Yeah. We all do not have a green thumb.
I will suck out the energy of any plant I touch. That's why those plants are still alive, because we ain't touched them.
Girl, they're looking really shady though. They're looking like they're dying.
Yeah,
everything's like getting yellow and brown. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think we need to stop like buying things that fruit and flower, because they all eventually just die in our hands.
Succulents and cactus.
And maybe trees or something.
I was just talking to Merlin about having trees.
I would love to.
Not right now.
Yeah, no, for sure not. But I mean, we could have like a baby tree, like a lime or a lemon tree. Those are really small, I think that would be really cool. Well, good. I'm glad that you had a really relaxing Sunday. How's the week been then? Has it been productive for you?
The week was...
How did you feel throughout the week?
I'm trying to even remember what I did this past week.
You did a lot.
I just worked a lot. First Friday, yeah.
Even I remember your week better.
I know, like I kind of just like
everything's a
was
blur.
in like go mode.
I'm telling you guys, it's not just me. Yeah, I promise. It's all of us.
So like once we
busy.
Yeah, we were busy as hell. Like, but it was fun. I had a good time. Like first Friday, I was working from when I woke up.
Oh yeah.
And then. To when I went to bed.
Yeah, well, you wake up at like 12, so.
Nah, like that day, because Merlin had work and he had to be there. He had woke up at 9:30.
Oh, okay.
And I had to. Wow. I woke up like an hour after he had left. So I was all like, okay, let's get to work. So it was like 10:30, which is early as hell for me because I'm a bartender and I get tired.
Yep.
And so I worked from then. Like it literally when I woke up, because I was trying to get a piece done.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't get it done. But that was fine because I had worked on it during the live stream and I had critiqued it, and we had critiqued it together. So it was good. It was good.
It was a lot of fun.
It says we have excellent connection now. That's what I was concerned about, honestly.
No, yeah, perfect.
Sorry if I kept looking over there.
You always do. Yeah, we usually have the analytics up, and then he'll just like keep watching it either drop or increase with however many viewers we have. So he needs to chill out.
Not just that though.
Right. Yeah.
Also
whatever.
the quality.
And also the chat. We do want to keep interacting with y'all. So if you guys want to ask any questions, make any comments, please feel free to in the chat. Yeah. We'll probably be able to shout you out. Thank you guys again for watching.
Tell me about your week.
My week. I feel like my weeks are gonna be very same. Hopefully, maybe. Yeah, but also like last week, it was just like full of drama for literally no reason. I don't know if I should tell anybody and everybody.
It's up to you.
Okay, well, there was this guy. I'm probably gonna tell. Yeah, because this is like something that I've been.
Tell him how not to act.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not somebody that you should come to for like how to talk to boy advice because I'm really bad at it.
Period.
I'm like
No, I'm
super
just kidding.
shut up. Yeah. I'm super awkward and like this guy I like go to school and you know, he's in a different classroom than I am. He's learning something different. And he was like asking me, you know, like to hang out with him, whatever. And I thought that, you know, maybe he just wanted to be friends because it was like, oh, come and play Super Smash Bros. Oh, you play Magic the Gathering? I do too. I have decks. Like, I just found some. Let's play. And I was like, okay, like, we're going to be homies. Like, we're going to be gaming friends. Like, oh, Smash tournament, like Magic the Gathering. Like, you know what I mean?
Bonding over Smash. That's my favorite thing.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Like competitive nature, everything's
Yeah.
fun, whatever. And so I didn't think much of it. And this guy, like, he came into my classroom, like, it was dead silent because it's only the second week of school for me since last week. And this guy comes in literally 5 minutes before my class starts and in front of everybody, all loud, asks, like, oh, so, I gave you my number yesterday expecting you to call me like last night. Why didn't you? And I was like, oh, this boy's about to, oh, he's just
I feel
calling me out in
so-
front of everybody.
Yeah, I
I
don't
was,
even
I
know.
just literally looked at him and I was like, no. I was like, I was busy. I was doing a photo shoot, which
Oh,
is
yeah,
for
we did a
them.
photo shoot, yeah.
Yes, yeah. I was like, I did a photo shoot with my
I'm telling you,
my
it was a busy
roommate.
week.
Like, yeah, it was a really
busy
busy week. So I was like, okay, well, dude, I don't know. I'm just not. I'm not doing that. But then he was all like, oh well, I just wanted to get to know you better. So would you mind if we had lunch tomorrow? And I was like, oh. Yeah. Because every time that some guy asks me for something, I feel very pressured somehow. And I know that this is just because of my interactions with men as an adult woman and how I've always kind of felt very pressured because I've always had like a man exert pressure on me and like in a negative way. Because, first of all, this is like Texas. And literally just yesterday, we had a shooting at a mall, like another it was targeted apparently, but it was another shooting. Like, that is so unnecessary.
Yeah. It was
And
scary.
this
So
boy,
those are things that run through your mind when you're interacting with them.
literally, especially guys, you know what I mean, and especially like
You don't know who's going.
you know what I'm
gonna
saying,
run up.
especially here. Yeah. So I just felt really pressured and like I freaked out a little bit, and everybody in the class, after he had left, everybody in the class had looked at me. And all the girls around me and even the guy in front of me, they were all like, wow, that he was just like real upfront with you, huh? And I was like, yeah, I guess so, huh? I'm like,
I don't know what
didn't,
that fool's problem
I
is.
really didn't expect that. Yeah.
Maybe he's just trying to figure it out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But that's a poor way to approach anybody, not just a woman, but anybody.
Yeah, and like don't push that on me because
Yeah.
okay, so then the next day, you know, we were supposed to have lunch and whatever, and it was the morning. We had all just gotten in there, and I had made the resolve to tell him no, like I
Period.
don't want to
Ooh,
have
good word.
lunch with you. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna fucking tell him, and I did. So he came in, I came in right after him, and he was like, oh, so lunch today? And I was like, actually, I wanted to talk to you about that. And he was like, oh, okay. Like, what's up? And I was like, oh, you just want to do it in front of everybody here in the break room. Okay, okay. So I had to like take a deep breath and I was like, yeah. I was like, so, and I like try to do my best to look people in the eyes, especially if I'm like, you know, trying to make a point. But it's very difficult, especially if I like had something inside my head. I always look away whenever I try to recall something. But I looked in his eyes and his eyes were literally twitching at me, man. And I was just like, oh, this is bad. Like, this is gross. This makes me feel like a sudden ick from you, you know, like you are upset at me for not wanting to have lunch with you. And I didn't even start my spiel at that point. He was just already like anticipating me rejecting him. So his eyes and his mouth were twitching and I was like,
I feel like this is going to go
no.
into our topic actually really well. So go ahead.
Yeah, it definitely does. I feel
Especially the negative manifestation that he's creating.
Yes, dude, exactly. And so like I already knew that he knew I was gonna say something to him. So I was like, I'm sorry, I don't think that our intentions are the same. So I feel kind of uncomfortable saying yes to having lunch with you. I hope that you understand, but I mean, if you we can see each other and around class, and maybe
Be
we can
chill,
play
be chill.
Smash, and yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, well, so then we can definitely play Magic then. And I was like, yeah, sure, dude, like, yeah, whatever, like, friends. And so my friend that I'm currently taking the class with saw the whole thing happen, and then this other guy that we're like becoming friends with, saw that happen, and they're
Everybody's
just
being chismosa.
yeah, they were all listening. They just all were like, oh my god. All their jaws dropped, dude. And then after that, I felt too awkward, and he didn't walk away, so I walked away. So I was just like, well, cool, like, I'll see you later. So I just like went into my classroom, and
I
I
think
was
you
like,
handled that pretty well,
I felt
honestly.
really good. Yeah, I felt
You
really
could
good.
have kept going with it, and it just would have been even more. But like,
Yeah, but I
felt
just
he was really trying to bully you into a date.
yeah, dude, and that's what I don't like. Like, yeah, you can come up and approach me. I'm not gonna be like mean to you, and I'm not gonna try to reject you out like, oh no, like you're not my type or whatever. Because I don't
mean,
really
you
have
would
a
probably
type.
be like reasonable for that. I feel like, but you treat people with kindness, so that's
Yeah.
good.
And that's why I decided to word it the way that I did, is like, we don't have the same intentions. Like,
Yeah.
very obviously, you are interested in me in like
A
in
romantic.
some intimate way, and I just want to be friends with you. Like, this is the only kind of relationship that I'm really looking for right now, because especially because of school. Like, imagine being, I don't know, like, I have no idea why he, who is further along in the program, cannot like understand that maybe it's not the right time to look for romance. You know what I mean? Like, you're currently going to school full time. Like, this should be taking up most of your time, if not like all of your time. And then you should have like some free time for yourself. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
if you have like romance, like, yeah, okay, cool, but I just don't see it happening for me personally. I don't see that
Because
happening
you're
for
just
me.
focused on getting your shit done.
Yeah. I've always had my education intertwined with my like relationship times with men, and it never worked out for me. I would always put school on the back burner. And so I want to remove that possibility, that variable from this equation. Look at me talking shop.
Nice.
Oh,
Let's see,
hi,
we got some
freaking
people.
stupid Merlin. What's up?
Marilyn, Olive Garden, thank you.
What's up, Bing Bong? Yes, sir. Podcast 3.
Podcast 3, now
Yes,
it's a
sir.
habit, period.
Yes, now it's a habit. No, it's only a habit after 21. No, I'm just kidding.
It's been a while.
No, yeah, for sure it has
But
been.
it's fun. I mean, this is
It is
definitely a fun outlet for me, so I don't see it stopping anytime soon.
Yeah, same. I like it a lot.
Anytime soon.
All
Especially now that we
right.
renewed our lease. So.
Chill out, bro.
Sorry.
Damn.
You can get intense,
No,
bro.
just kidding.
Get intense.
Oh, so yeah, that was pretty much my like drama for the
Highlight
week, I guess. Yeah. I mean, we did do a photo shoot. Y'all will
That was
see
fun.
pictures
I
soon,
forgot about that
hopefully.
too.
Yeah,
Jeez
I know, huh?
Louise.
And then first Friday was a lot of fun. I was only there for like an hour, so I didn't really get to see many artists or vendors, but it was still really nice. Like, I was in a rush that day, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like trying to finish up because we have our first assessment this week. So I was like trying to do homework and bonus questions. And then I went to the gym, and I only got to go to the gym for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes
I mean, at least
before
you
I was
went.
like, gotta go to First Friday.
LOL.
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
was
that's
so
good
fun,
that
though.
you did everything that you wanted to do. And
Yeah.
school sounds like it's going well. So, minus the.
Minus that.
And once you set that expectation, I don't think anybody else is going to bother you. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
No, for sure. And I mean, like, whatever. I'm open to whatever, you know what I mean? Like, intimacy.
just not that type of
wise.
wavelength.
Yes. Yeah. Just like, be chill, bro. Fuck,
I wonder
dude.
how old he is.
I don't know, and I don't care to
It
know,
seems like
really.
immature behavior to me.
Yeah,
But
for
yeah.
sure. But he definitely was like, I think he came there on the GI Bill or something like that. That's what a lot of guys and girls are doing.
GI Bill?
Yeah, that's for the veterans. So
Oh,
whenever you
gotcha.
serve your time, you can they pay for your school.
Ooh.
Basically. Yeah, so before we get into the main topic of the day, do you want to maybe explain
Oh, yes. The card of the day.
card?
So today's card of the day is going to be the Two of Cups. In the image, we see two people enjoying some beverages together. Above that, they have like the Hermes symbol, which is the two snakes So that means like good health, stuff like that.
Nice.
Basically just enjoying another person's
Flithery.
company, friendship. It could also mean like a beginning of like something romantic.
Oh,
But in this sense,
but
the
in this
energy of the
sense.
day, I think for us too, because I only do it really for us too,
Yes, yeah,
is
perfect.
just like camaraderie and like being chill and having a
Yeah.
good time and vibing.
Yeah. That's
So
basically what we do all the time, though.
yeah,
So, period.
we keep getting that card, which is a good thing.
Yeah, it is a good thing. It is a good thing.
If it's upside down, then there's a problem.
We all laugh after that. Whatever.
So yeah, that's the card of the day.
Nice.
What
That's
do you think
awesome.
about that kind of vibe?
I just really appreciate it when people are on the same wavelength as me,
Mm-hmm.
because it's not even like we're on different levels. It's just like we're just vibing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's not like, there's no kind of competition. There's no I don't know, inferiority, superiority kind of complex. It's just like we're together, we're in this,
We're just
like
chilling.
let's just go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel that.
exactly. We're in go mode too, so
Yeah. Just
period.
trying to make things happen.
Yes.
Which leads us into manifestation.
Yes. So for Triple T, thoughts that think,
Period.
we're going to be talking about manifestations and intention today. We do have a couple questions from everybody, but we do want to like lay out some of the basic stuff first. So,
Right.
Angel, in your own words, what would you just how would you describe manifestation?
Manifestation to me is getting your thoughts, your mind, and your spirit aligned with a plan that you're about to commit to.
Oh,
So that's my kind of way of looking at manifestation. It's just like getting everything in line
okay.
when you're by yourself, and then you're able to kind of tackle any situation or any kind of like thing that you want in life with a more positive outlook.
Okay. Nice. Okay, I
Yeah.
like that.
What
Yeah.
about you? How would you define your manifestation?
For me, manifestation, and like the active manifesting is like thinking about the bigger picture, like the whole picture,
Right.
and being able to really kind of lay out the steps in which, like, kind of like what you have said, like the stepping stones towards that main goal. And for me, I like to manifest like feelings, because I've always had like a really difficult time like having stabilized feelings, and so I just kind of want more peace, or like I'll ask for a little bit of more joy, just more stability. I of course never really want to manifest anger or sadness, but I do say like I have a good outlet for those two emotions if I do feel them.
Okay, good.
That's what I like to always mention whenever I do my manifestation like rituals, which leads us to, how do you manifest?
How do I manifest? I like to manifest according to like the moon phases. Me personally.
Yes.
Not everybody has to do this. This is kind of like tapping into the more spiritual side, but there's also like a scientific side. You know what I'm saying? But in my spiritual practices, I like to work with the full moon and the new moon. The new moon is more of like my manifestation, more forward. And then I'll like basically like to meditate. It's usually before bed because I just find myself busy as hell. So before bed.
For sure.
And then I'll like relax my mind, and I'll think about like what I want and what things need to happen in order to get what I want. And then at the very end be like, it's mine, period.
Yeah.
And then the full moon is more of like enacting that kind of stuff. Like
Okay.
that's more of like the active time for me. So
okay,
I use the new moon as like a rest period, and then the full moon as like an active period. So
okay, I see.
as long as you're going through those kind of motions, eventually something's going to happen.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, so that's how I work with it. And I have like this little reminder on my phone that tells me what kind of phase of the moon is. And usually the full moon always lands around first Friday, which is so fun to me because it's just like Oh,
go.
and that's the perfect time because I'm fucking working.
Exactly.
First Friday is
Exactly.
probably our busiest day, and then anime night is our second busiest day in the month.
Okay,
So
for
those are our
sure.
two busiest days, and we're trying to get even more busier days.
Oh yeah,
So
of course, exactly.
yeah.
That's the goal.
What about you? What are your
Um,
practices?
for me, manifesting, I like to say it out loud, and I also like to journal them.
Period.
So I do kind of do the same thing that you do. On full moons, I like to write in my journal like all of my intentions for the next like couple of months. I don't go too far ahead. I just want to do like the things that I can see in the foreseeable future, and like just the most important stuff to me. So I will always start with like my top priority, which right now it's school, and and then I'll go line by line, you know, like, or I guess paragraph by paragraph, like how I feel during this time, what exactly I want to do, like whether it be excelling at my academics or, you know, really focusing on my physical health. Like my physical health at this time is going to be tip top shape, or I
Period.
am this. Like the point of manifesting is saying that you already are this person. Like I am an educated person. I am academically inclined to like understand coding. You know,
Right.
I am a physically fit human being, you know, like I am able to lift this many pounds, and
Right.
you know, I'm a lucky girl. That's another thing that we were talking about in our, I think, first episode, where we were just talking about the lucky girl syndrome and how all these girls and guys and whoever, you know, is open to this, they always just say, I'm so lucky. I am a lucky girl. Everything I want is everything that I attract, and everything I am is what I attract as well. Like everything, all the good energy that I put out, I get that good energy back.
Perfect.
That's basically like how I manifest day to day. Like I'll wake up and I'll do, you know, like some positive affirmations in the
Period.
mirror. And while I do those positive affirmations, I will just be like, I'm going to graduate. I'm going to be in
Period.
control of my emotions. I'm going to be stable, and I'm going to be financially independent. Like I'm going to blah blah blah, you know what I mean? It goes on. Like it
Right.
goes on for forever if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
But
Because you could want a lot of things in life. It's just
yeah,
about going for them.
exactly.
And that's where manifestation helps for sure.
Exactly. And it also helps me set like the mood, the tone for the day. You know what I mean? Like, especially when you look at yourself in the mirror and you're going to be like, I am a productive human being. So that means I'm going to get this, and this done. That book that I had talked to you about, Atomic Habits by James Clear, he actually says, he makes it a point to like talk about the Japanese way of like point and call. And it's a really useful skill, I feel, to implement into your daily life. Basically, what it is just like pointing out something that you want to do, or pointing out something that is happening, and saying it as it's happening, or like saying it as you want it to be done. So like in the morning, instead of doing a to-do list all the time, or alongside my to-do list, I'll like, you know, write check boxes, and I'll be like, I'm gonna go get my oil changed, I'm going to go and fill up my tire pressure, they're right next to each other, and I'm gonna go grocery shopping, you know. And as soon as I say those things out loud, I'm immediately like, oh, I have to be productive. Like these are the things, and I will consistently remember a lot better, like clearly what I need done that
Right.
day in
Setting
order to
the standards for the
feel
day.
productive. Yes, exactly. So I feel like that's been a really big help for me, and I feel like that also is like kind of a manifestation tool, and it's more of a like scientific kind of thing if you think about it, because your memory is boundless, honestly. It's really like, at least at this age, with who we are, and you know, how we think, I feel like it's boundless for us, because we are able to recall things from like, you know, years ago even.
Right.
And like, but sometimes, you know, you can't
Healthy.
even remember the breakfast that you had in the morning, or
Me
what
as
happened
fuck.
last week, you know.
Lack of mindfulness.
Yeah, but that's also a thing of like intention as well. So I guess that leads me into my question of like, what do you think intentions do for us?
Intentions. I think it's like you said, like setting your intention at the beginning of the day for to get like a list of chores done. You know what I mean? Like that's good. I have a list of like chores that I like to get done daily, and that just helps my physical self. But also like setting like intentions to like take time and relax and like give your mind a little break, and setting intentions to call your parents or spend time with your boyfriend or girlfriend. Like those are all things that I also keep in mind whenever I'm setting my intentions. And there are also intentions like that are more longer, I would say, which is like I want to more longer. Right.
You knew.
Yeah, I knew.
You knew I was looking at you.
I would say like my long-term intentions. There you go. Period.
Perfect.
Make sure you cut that in there, right?
It's all gonna
My
be
long-term intentions are more like I want to have a good relationship with my parents. I want to have a good relationship with my boyfriend, with my friends. I want to have a good job that is stable for me and that is like something that I actually want to do.
Okay.
Which is stuff that I would not really put into the forefront when I was younger. So now that I'm older and I'm able to actually set these intentions, I'm able to create a life that I want to live.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what intentions are to me and my daily intentions.
I like that. For me, it was just kind of, it's the same thing, but I also think about like just the smallest instances too, like situations, like how I had approached that guy. I was like, I don't think we have the same intentions. Like he started every conversation with me intending to get closer to me, intending to get me to insinuate that
I
we're
feel like
going
you went
to
through that just for this episode.
yeah, literally
Because
that.
there's so many moments in your stories where I'm like, that's a good point to me.
Yeah, literally that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And so I just understood that I like when you have an intention going into something or talking to somebody, it can be very apparent. Like, and he made it very, very apparent. Like, I don't exactly know what in my intuition, I think it's just like being consistently fucking exposed to men and their different mannerisms and tones and just the look in their eyes. Like I can see a distinct difference between a guy who has an intention towards me that is maybe like romantic or intimate versus somebody who doesn't look at me in that way at all. But sometimes, you know, I do lack in that. But it's also just because I want
He made it very apparent.
to not lack. I just want to ignore
Right.
their intention because I don't have any. Like most of the time I don't have any intention like going into a conversation with somebody because I just unless it's, you know, an important conversation. But if I'm just meeting people, you know, I'm not gonna go in there like thinking, oh, I'm gonna make them my friend. You know, I don't know these people. I don't know that person. I don't know you know, a lot of people. So why would I have intentions if I don't even know these people? And I feel like a lot of people put that intention out there expecting something back. And that's why I think that having intentions, especially towards people, it's a little unfair. You know, especially if you're not going to tell people your intention up front. I feel like that's very unfair to put that kind of expectation on people just because you intend on doing something or having some kind of relationship with somebody, you know? For me, I also use intention like in the past, I have dabbled in hallucinogenics, and hallucinogenics are very wild and they can get really out of control, especially if you don't put an intention on your trip. And so I figured that out very quickly, not because I've never done it, but because I have always had an intention going into my trips. I've always had really, really great trips, like on shrooms, on acid. Like have always had such really good and almost spiritual experiences whenever I'm on hallucinogens, just because I intend for that to happen. Or, you know, I want to have fun. I want to be lighthearted. I want to connect with my, you know, significant other. And that's how I would set my intention for like my trip, or, you know, just having a good time. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's always a good thing just to make sure that you understand where you're at. I feel like that's a big part of mindfulness,
And
which will,
manifestation.
yes, and manifestation. And mindfulness will definitely be another episode for sure.
Yeah.
But intentions, I think, tie into a lot of manifesting and manifestation techniques as well. Yeah.
Period.
You have anything to, you have anything to add? Do you have any
No.
correlation between the two?
Manifestation and intentions, I think, are like definitely intertwined with each other. So I think it'll just be more apparent.
Okay. Do you think that it's real? Do you think manifesting is real?
I do.
In
I think
what
it's
way?
just, I think it's real in the sense like, it's just like something, it's a word to do a certain practices. That's all it is.
Oh, okay.
In the sense like it's just scientific. Like it's just
Sorry.
scientific.
I started doing it too.
Everybody does manifestation, even in the like Olympics. They do it in sports, but it's
Oh,
more
yeah, yeah, yeah.
psychological than it
Right.
is than it is spiritual for them. But I feel like anybody can use manifestation to like get to their goals quicker and
It's true.
a lot less stressful.
It's very true.
Because
A lot less stressful.
I guess like
Everything comes with stress.
honestly, I guess like a good way to like show them would just be doing it.
Okay.
So I could give like a demonstration maybe.
Yeah, go ahead,
I don't
please.
even know what I'm gonna do. Okay, let's see.
Okay.
So I'll just like, I'm sorry. I'll just shut my eyes. I'll take a deep breath and let it out.
Oh,
I'm just really calming my mind actually.
Chill out, girl. ASMR.
I know, right? And then I'll think about something that I would like and then I want to manifest, which is financial stability, which comes to my mind.
Nice.
Things that come up are like negative thoughts are like it's going to be a while before you're financially stable.
Oh.
And I call that my monkey brain.
Okay.
That's my monkey brain talking. And I'll be like, go sit over there, monkey.
Period.
And
We don't need no negative
we
thoughts
don't need
in
any
here.
negativity right now.
Yeah.
I got to
period.
believe that financial stability is right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
So a plan starts developing, educating myself on financial stability, and then understanding that I'm capable of understanding this stuff if I put the time and effort into it, and that it's mine already because I do have the time and effort to do it.
Nice.
So that would be an example of like, and I automatically feel better when it comes to like manifestation. But I've been doing this a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm able to do it like that. Whereas maybe somebody who hasn't practiced manifestation might need like the physical to it. You know what I mean? So like writing every detail of like how it's going to work and how it's going to be planned out, which is fine because detail is honestly this to me, spirit and like the universe love detail.
Right.
They want you. I heard it like this. It was like, the universe is like a cosmic waiter and we're just placing an order.
Ah,
You know what I mean?
I see. Now you got to
So-
be patient.
It's like you got to tell them exactly what you want or they're going to bring you the wrong thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like a
And-
genie. You know,
Literally
they
that.
twist that shit around. You know what I'm saying? You
You're going to
know?
get it, but you're not going to get it in the sense like you might manifest it, but you might not be
Manifesting
wise
the
enough
right.
to handle that manifestation, that gift that the universe gave to you. So you have it.
I see.
Like you might be asking for money and you get like this large sum of money, but then you just blow it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you have a specific example that you could think of where one of your manifestations have worked? Is there a specific, like super specific manifestation that you have seen work its way into your life?
I think yes.
Yes.
in the sense of like my relationships with my family have gotten way better, and that's something that I've been working on for a long time,
Oh, okay, I
is
see that.
manifesting really awesome relationships with my family members.
That's awesome.
Some ways that they become negative, like they might show up negative, is like, in order to better our relationships, we're going to have to go through negative times.
Right. Yeah.
And that's something that might come with like manifestation that maybe you're not ready for.
Yeah.
And
For
so
sure.
also asking for mental fortitude and for strength to handle the situation at hand when it comes.
Okay.
So that's also part of manifestation. Like you can't just ask for something. You got to ask for the wisdom and the knowledge to apply it and keep it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
you know, that's kind of like examples of like how manifestation could work for me
Right.
and for everybody else. Honestly, I think it just works the same way.
It does. I feel.
What about you? Like, what's like a real testimony that you could give us?
I have like a positive and a negative one. But I'm gonna talk about the positive one first for show.
For sure.
When I was younger, I never really was super spiritual, and I wasn't like spiritual in this kind of sense where we like, are journaling and all this good stuff. But there was one time that I went out with my brothers and their best friends, and we were just watching a meteor shower. We were watching the Perseids meteor shower like in November or something. Super chilly outside. It's nice. And we were seeing so many stars, so many meteors falling all throughout the sky. And every time that I saw a meteor, I would wish upon that star that was falling. And so every piece of my wish like came true. My mom's health became a lot better. So did my dad's. I feel my relationship with my mom wasn't as strained. The relationship that I had wanted came to fruition. And it came because I had asked the star, like, oh, I want to hear what this boy is thinking about me, and whether we can start a relationship on that feeling or not. And for my mom, I wished for her to have a stable health, for now at least, because she was going through a lot of different difficult health issues with her eyes, with her like blood pressure. It was just so much stuff. And yeah, and then I like had manifested also better relationships with my friends. And at that time, like I had gotten super close to a lot of friends that I thought were good friends. And then, later down the line, you learn on all of those things. Not everything can absolutely last for forever, especially if you don't put like a time a time brace on it.
Right.
It doesn't really last for forever.
And so,
But
like, you get this right now, and then it's gonna go.
yeah,
That's how things work.
exactly. But again, like into mindfulness, into mindset, like I have a really good mindset now where I'm looking back on all of that and I'm like, well, I learned on it. It might have turned out negatively. All of these positive things that came from me wishing on the star might have turned out a little bit negative in the long run, but at the same time, it's just a part of life. There's ups and there's downs, and not everything is going to be the same. If everything's going to be the same, then that's not really a life that I want to live. I mean, kudos to y'all if you guys want to, but it's not. I do like the ups and downs. Sometimes the downs are a little worse than the ups, but it's okay. That's just what we live for.
That's how it goes.
But I did want to say, like, there is such a thing as negative manifestations, and that is also what I wanted to bring up. Is like I feel like I saw that firsthand, and I feel bad. I'm so sorry for always like turning it to something kind of negative, but it just proves that with light there is dark, with dark there is light. There's always going to be an opposite side to things. And so all these positive manifestations, like, don't forget that the things that you speak out into the universe matter. And if you speak negative things into the universe is still going to hear you. And if it's not the universe, then it's other people, it's other things, it's other entities. Like, there's so much energy in the world that you can't see and you can't control. So what you can control, though, is what you put out into the universe. So for me, the negative manifestation that like I saw firsthand was my late boyfriend. He literally would tell me ever since we got together, that he thought that he was going to die young because his mom and his dad both died young, and due to like health issues and like, you know, problems that were kind of beyond them. Some of them not so much, but because they had passed away at an early age, he was like, I know I'm gonna pass away early. Like, I already know I'm gonna die early. I'm gonna die at a young age, probably before 40. And I was like, why do you talk like that? Like, stop talking like that. And I would tell him, I would catch him every single time. I'm like, stop saying that. Like, you keep saying it, you're gonna put it out into the universe. And he's like, well, I already know. Like, I already know that it's gonna happen. And
God damn.
he literally passed away like this. Okay, so it was the craziest thing. I'm sorry, I'm not happy about this at all whatsoever, but it's just like crazy to
Yeah,
think
you're
about the
kind of
correlation.
like in awe of the situation.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so he was leaving for a trip before he had passed away. He was going to Corpus Christi to go fishing and
Sick.
whatever. I know, exactly. I'm like, ew, why? But so he literally told me before he left, he gave me a hug, and then I was like, why do you have to go? Like, we're about to, you know, move. We have to figure out where we're going to move out of. And he's like, well, this is just like my one last hurrah, just, you know, just in case. And I was like, whatever, like not wanting to give him a hug because I'm like, well, whatever. And he was like, come on, babe, like, just give me a hug. You don't know if you're going to see me again. And I was like, why would you say that? And he's like, this could be my last trip. You never know. And I was like, why would you say that?
Oh my
And
goodness,
I
that's
like,
terrible.
yeah,
His
literally
mindset was completely
so terrible, like
so bad.
so awful. It
I
was
feel
so
so bad.
negative.
Yeah.
But don't, you know, it was purely like a him thing. And that it took me a while. And I know that, you know, 2 years isn't that long of a time, but I mean, I think that I was able to reach this like sort of peace, this sort of mindset where I'm okay, where I'm stable, and I'm actually taking care of myself because of what he had done, because of like all of the things that led up to his death, you know. And yeah, he literally said that before the weekend before he had passed away. And so I was just like, man, that's just like the craziest thing that he had said that right before he had left. And like,
So all this manifestation stuff is kind of like hindsight.
yeah,
It's 2020.
exactly. And now I after that incident, I truly believed in the idea and the skill and the technique behind manifestation, because it's not just a thing about spirits, it's not about just energy, but it's also about your own mindset too, your own mind. Like, if you're manifesting bad things, that really tells you like where your mindset is at. Like, it's
sure.
obviously in a negative headspace, and that's not good to be in such a negative headspace for such a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like a lot of people, it gets really easy. It's super easy to slip into that mindset, but it's even easier when you start thinking in a positive mindset to wash away all of that negativity
The monkey
with
brain.
the monkey brain. Yes, exactly. It's easy. It gets easier and easier. The more that you think positive, the more positive energy you put out there, the easier it gets for you to work through the hard times and just think of everything as like a lesson to be learned. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And I don't think that that's a very awful, it's not awful to think of things as a learning experience. Like, yeah, okay, you might think like, oh, well, I don't know. I really don't know how you could spin it in such a bad way. I really like.
I think every opportunity is just like something that you can analyze and learn from. So
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think that has to be a negative thing.
Yeah. Oh, I think that what people get caught up in is the idea that it's not a lesson, that it's why did this happen to me? Why did God make this happen? Or why did the universe make this happen, you know? Or why did this person get into my life and make me so miserable? Like, it's easy, so easy to get stuck in that mindset. And it's even more difficult, I feel, to climb out of that mindset. But once you do, it's it's so easy to stay there. It's so easy to be in that mindset of like, this is me. I'm me. I'm not in control of anybody else. I'm cool. Like I'm chilling.
Right.
I'm cruising
I'm
now.
cruising
Like
now.
life is about me and I like that. Um yeah, what about you? Have you ever had any like negative manifestations
A
happen?
negative manifestation.
Yeah. I don't
I
mean to
usually
put
try not to
all of
think
that.
negatively at all.
Yeah,
But I have noticed that like when people do think negatively, like
it
it tends
happens
to happen a little bit more
more.
often.
Yeah, for
Even
sure.
if I catch myself thinking a little bit negative, I'm like, you better stop,
Yeah,
okay? Because I've just
exactly.
trained myself so for so long that because it was just once if you're in that mindset, honestly, like you are not living a happy life,
No,
and I want to live
for
a happy
sure
life,
not.
so I don't think like that.
Yeah. No, I totally understand. And like I because I used to be in that mindset like all the time. I used to be in like kind of a victimized, I'm a victim kind of
Mm,
mindset for such a long time, but it was also because I was a kid. You know, I was a kid and I didn't know any better. Nobody taught me anything, you know. Nobody taught me to be confident in myself, to love myself, or, you know, that it's okay for me to be those things, you know, to be confident, to have self-esteem,
yeah.
to have respect for myself, really, or to even care for myself. It's all stuff that I had to learn on my own as an adult. Like,
What would you tell somebody who is in like a negative mindset to and they were asking you how to get out of that? Is that a question?
yeah, yeah, that is a question. So to get out of that negative mindset, I'm like trying to think back on when that all changed, really. And I could just say that lie to yourself.
Mm,
Lie to yourself that
okay.
everything's good. Lie to yourself that you're happy, that you're beautiful. If you don't believe in it, it's okay. Lie to yourself. Tell yourself that you're beautiful in the mirror. Like, you know, and then start doing things that will will help you acquire that standard that you want. So for me, whenever I'm like feeling kind of shitty, like especially if I'm gonna have to go to fucking school every day, like, and I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, oh God, I have to go to school. I'm like, you know, I'm coming out of bed, I'm looking a little raggedy, my hair's all over the
Mm-hmm.
place,
Mm,
I look a little tired. I'm like, what is gonna make me feel good? If I look good, feel good, girl. So I like do my vitamin C. I put on some sunscreen, put on moisturizer. I put on a tinted moisturizer. I do my makeup a little bit, like, you know, put a little mascara on, a little bit of brow,
period.
maybe a little blush to add some color. It sounds like a lot of steps, but this all takes me like less than 10 minutes to do.
Right.
I just fucking slather that shit on, you know what I
As
mean?
you
Like all
should.
quick like that.
As you should.
Just like that, guys. I'm an expert.
I'm getting ready.
Look at my channel for makeup routines coming next. No, just kidding.
Really? I'm all like that.
Maybe.
Right on.
If y'all want to see me just slap everything on, I'll definitely do it if y'all want to see that. But yeah, no, I'll just be like, okay, look good, feel good, you know? And I'll look at myself in the mirror after I'm done putting on my makeup and like putting my clothes on. I have cute little earrings. I love earrings, you know, cute earrings especially. And I'll look at myself and I'll just tell myself, you look beautiful today, girl. Like, I think you look really pretty. And who cares what other people say, you know, or
Period.
think, you know? I think that I look beautiful. And I'll say that out loud to myself too. And I'll just keep lying to myself until I actually start feeling it. Because the more that you, like I said, speak positively about yourself, about your situation, about literally anything in your life. The more positive you speak about it, the more you'll feel that positivity. The more you'll actually start believing in it, and the more that you'll present yourself in that way to other people.
For sure.
Like, I feel like a lot of people, you know, they used to, I don't think that I was avoided, but maybe like not as sought out, you know,
Mm.
because I was so negative, because I
Oh,
would
okay.
just put myself down a lot. I would tell people like, oh, I think that I'm fat, or oh, whatever, I think that I'm ugly, or you know what I mean? And honestly, like people don't want to be around negative mindsets all the time. Like especially if you're trying to make new friends. Like, okay, yeah, if you've been friends with them, like I can come up to you and be like, I feel fat today, and you'll be like, yeah, you are a fat bitch. But it's okay because we're friends and we're okay with each other, like talking to each other like that. But you generally are a little bit nicer to me than I am to you.
Yeah.
But that's because you had a big head.
Both of y'all are sensitive.
Look.
You and Mariana are sensitive babies, and I gotta treat my children nice. That's how I feel.
I am a big sensitive baby with my Cancer moon. Yeah, so
I can take it.
yeah, exactly. I know. But yeah, I think about it all the time, and I'm just like, man, I used to be so negative, and that's why a lot of people didn't really want to like come around, because all I would do is like talk shit about myself to other people, and that's not a very attractive like thing for
I don't think so.
for
If
people.
somebody's negative around me, I'm all like, ooh,
Oh no, yeah,
you
exactly.
need to get away from me. Or I'll be like, why are we thinking like this?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't you think it would benefit our mindset to be a little bit more positive?
Be positive
me as a
about it.
teacher.
Yes, yeah, literally.
Which is so annoying to children, but
for sure. But as
it's
adults,
annoying to adults too.
it is.
I feel.
But
Nobody likes to be told how to think.
oh, for sure
You know?
not. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I think that in the long run, if these people, that you're talking to actually genuinely want to be better, want to change, want to have a positive mindset, want to feel better about themselves, then they would listen. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like nowadays I get comments from random people like, I really like your energy. I really like how positive you are. And just like when at work, I'll talk to some new person, and they'll just automatically be like, wow, you have such a great energy. Like, I really like that. And I'm like, wow, thank you so much. Like, it really took a long time. It really took a long time and hard work to get to that mindset. So it makes me feel so much more appreciated.
Yeah, like valid.
Yeah, validated. Exactly. Yeah. I really like that. Like, and I like how people aren't afraid to voice their opinion in that manner. You know what I mean? So if you guys do find somebody around you that is very positive speaking, putting positive energy out there, I think definitely acknowledge it and accept it too. Accept other people's positive energy. Like if you are one of the people that go up to your friends and I'm like, man, I feel fat today, like I feel awful, or like I look ugly, like it's okay for you to voice your opinion. That is totally okay. I'm definitely not going to judge you for it, but definitely expect me to say, why do you think that? Like, I think that you're beautiful. Or, like, wow, like, look at yourself in the mirror, girl. What you mean? You look great. I don't know what you know. Like, your ass is popping. Your lips are full. You got clear ass skin. Or, like, whatever, you got a pimple. You can always just cover that up with a pimple patch, girl.
And
like,
it's cute.
Everything is fixable. You know what I mean? Especially with outwardly appearance. I feel like that's something that people shouldn't worry about. Like, and if it's like about height or whatever, I'm sorry, you can't change that. Like, but take what you got and roll with it. You know what I mean? You were blessed with a body, and that is more than a lot of souls can say. You know what I mean? Think about the little ant that you're stepping on. You could be that ant, but instead you're a whole ass human being with thoughts and opposable thumbs.
That reminds me of a story that just happened this past week, because I do a figure drawing class at the bar I work at, and really this fun. Woman, I was telling this woman and her husband about it, and the woman was all like, we've been models, like, and I was like, well, I could always use some more models. Yeah. And they were like, she was like, he could be your model for sure, like he's done it a lot of times. And I was just like, yeah, I'm happy to have you. Yeah, I'm always looking for diverse body types, like of all. And he was like putting his body down. He was all like, everybody's gonna not want to see my body. No, and he was talking like that, and I was just like, stop, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. And then he kept going about it, and I was just like, you stop talking about your body like that, okay? Literally? Like, what's wrong with you? Yes. Talking about your body like that? So I'm more of like taking on like a shame. Like, I will shame you into not thinking like that. Don't you ever talk about your body like that.
But that's because he was getting really aggressive about talking negatively about his body.
He just like kept it going, and I was just like, stop it.
Yeah, stop
You're
that.
spiraling.
Yeah. Reel it in,
baby. Hey, and I told him, like, even at the end, I was just like I said, I'm always looking for new models. So just let me know. I'm not gonna pressure you. Period. But like, also don't think your body's like some type of way. Like your body has has I don't want to say use.
No, but
it still
use.
we could still use it for like
Yeah.
body. Like there's no, we like to, especially in figure drawing,
Yeah.
like we like to see all types of body types.
Yeah, not just.
Because it's more well-rounded for your drawing skills.
Yes,
It has
exactly.
nothing to do with attractiveness or like anything like that, which that totally goes out the window when you're
Figure.
applying
It's
learning.
about your figure. It's about being able to capture exactly what you put out there. Like,
And when you start figure drawing, you're able to appreciate all body types. Like that's why I
Exactly.
don't really like have like a certain body type that I'm attracted to. I'm more attracted to like people's personalities and like what they offer in that sense.
yes, period.
So that's
I
it.
do
That was the
appreciate
story.
No, that's nice. That's really awesome. I think that's a great example of like negative
Stopping somebody from being
manifestation.
negative.
Yes, and
Negativing.
just mindset in general. Like, and you being able to stop that is a good thing because he definitely was spiraling.
And his wife wasn't even
And it's
stopping
bad.
him.
That's bad. That's
Yeah.
bad. That's
I
awful.
was like, girl, get your man. Hype him
Yeah,
up.
literally
Grab his
that.
butt.
I d-
Girl, go.
I feel like it's because she doesn't hype him up. That's why he continues to spiral. Like when he starts talking about his body, that's how I used to be. I used to be like that until I started validating myself. And then until I started getting validation from other people, I also still had that kind of like mindset. You know what I mean? And I totally understand like outwardly validation is something that is necessary for everybody, especially to feel secure. You know what I mean? Security is everything in any kind of relationship. You know, like if you don't feel secure, you don't have trust with that person. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm very secure with you. I trust you a lot. I can literally tell you anything from, you know, what boy I like to, you know, to the shit that I had or, you know, to
We
the
do be
bugs that
talking.
I stepped on. Yeah,
You
exactly.
shouldn't
Like,
kill anybody.
no,
Except for this
not
wasp
body.
nest outside our house.
Yeah, okay. Somebody, if anybody is a expert, I would not mind if you came. Please help.
I'm somebody that looks at like all that because that's a type of like manifestation to me is seeing like different animals and what they're doing around me. So a wasp is like a manifestation of like anger and like being a little bit crazy, a little bit unhinged. And to me, that's like the type of energy that is surrounding us, which, you know,
True. There is a lot of
there's
gnats
a lot of
too
like
around
fighting
here. Yeah.
going on between our neighbors that
Yeah, that's not us though. You know what I mean?
but that still manifests. You know what I
yes,
mean?
exactly.
Like we might be
Yeah.
chilling, but like the folks
Yeah.
around us are going through their stuff as well, and that
Yeah.
influences what's going on around us and what's manifesting around us.
Oh, wow.
So like, and gnats, you had said earlier, gnats and flies are manifestations of
annoyance.
annoyance and being annoyed. So whenever I see one, I'm all like,
I am annoyed.
no, seriously, like I'll be like annoyed. I'll notice I'm being annoyed, and I'll hear like a buzz like go by my ear,
Stop.
and I'm all like, call me out. Okay,
Yeah. They're like, you need to chill the
I
fuck
need to
out.
chill out. I'm being annoyed.
Stop being so annoyed. No, I totally feel that. Literally the other day too, I remember whenever we were like stepping outside, I was wearing my Caliucci shirt and there was this butterfly that was just like, you know, doing his butterfly thing and it landed on me. I was like, ah!
I remember that. That was so
Yeah.
cool. That was cool. So that's
Sorry
an
for that.
example of positive. Like
Yes.
those are like to me that's more spiritual.
Uh-huh.
I think we should probably talk a little bit about the scientific part, but we do
Oh,
have some
for sure.
questions. I think.
Oh,
I
okay,
can't really see though.
perfect. Stop Zitro 13. Audrey, have you ever tried floating ramen? By the way, awesome
I'm dead.
tour. Huh? Floating ramen?
Answer the question.
Are you talking about the noodles that like slip down the bamboo on like a water
dead.
slide? I
Have
don't know
you?
what that means. No, I've never. I really wanted to try that though, for sure. But that's like a soba. And that's cold too. You like dip it in a cold sauce.
I don't
and
like cold things.
I like it. I
Really?
like
Is it
cold
good?
noodles. Yeah, it's super good. Especially during the summertime. I feel like that's something we should definitely try. I'm all like
I'll try.
salivating now.
Already. Chill
I'm
out.
ready. I'm
We
ready.
manifest it.
I love to eat. I love to eat.
Let's see.
Yeah, that was. Have y'all seen The Fallout? I don't know what that means either.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm so sorry, Stop Zitro. But thank you so much.
Ask a relevant question.
Look, I didn't say that.
I said that.
Yeah. Okay, I feel like we've already answered that question.
Yeah, what questions did we get from Instagram?
Let's see. We've got a couple. Let me grab the chatty wetty. Okay. So, Destiny, my love.
Shout out Des.
How do y'all get aligned to have your manifestations come true? How do y'all get aligned to have your manifestations come true?
So, like I said, manifesting is just getting ready with your mind and starting out a plan in your head and how it's be detailed. Like I said, the thing that I had shown is just like a quick version of that. But during the full moon or the new moon, like I would be very detailed of how I want to get stuff done.
Okay, nice.
So having a plan, getting your mindset ready for that plan, like, oh, I'm going to have to be doing some work. And this is what this week is going to have to be about. For example, like I have a lot on my plate when it comes to like things I have to do, which is like my art, my actual like side job, which is my bartending, doing good at that. And then our podcast, my live stream, my tattoo stuff. That's already like 5 things on my plate.
That's true.
My manifestation would be like, okay, I know I have a lot of work ahead of me. There's nothing wrong with hard work. You can put in this hard work for this amount of time. And if you're doing this, stuff will come of it, which is money.
Yes. If I may interject, I feel like also when you manifest and you don't expect hard work, that's not manifesting. Like manifesting is all about the work that you put into your own life and about how you are going to make your life better. You can't manifest something and not do any work and expect something to still come out of it. Like whatever energy you put into it is the amount of energy that comes out. Like conservative the conservation of energy, the law of energy, you know, whatever the fuck that fucking, oh god, my biology degree, my biochemistry degree is not working. the law with the energy and
with
the conservation,
that,
that's the one.
You know about that.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing. You know, if we want to make things scientific, that's how it is. You know, the more energy, the more hard work that you put into the things that you want, the more of a result that you're going to receive.
Period.
Continue. I'm so sorry.
Where was I?
That. I'm like that part. SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. Yeah. Shout out SpongeBob. Damn, I forgot.
I'm so sorry. She was asking the question of like how
do you stay aligned with your manifestation?
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Just following the plan that you had laid out and keeping a positive mindset that this is going to happen eventually.
Yes.
It's only a matter of time, but also not putting too much pressure on time, because time, it doesn't really matter if you know that it's going to be yours already. So
exactly.
It's just like, for example, like the tattoo stuff that I have, like I would have never thought I would have it. And now that I do have it, it's kind of like just motivating me to like put my stuff out there even more and work on more tattoo ideas and like go find an apprenticeship. So that kind of stuff did not fall in my lap. It just so happened that I wanted it and I knew it was going to happen. Then it did manifest.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
So as long as you're putting your energy towards it and like, you know that it's going to be yours eventually, the universe is going to make it happen.
Yes, exactly.
If you want to take it from the psychological to the more spiritual.
Yes. And I would also say to stay aligned with your manifestations, I feel like you need to really be open-minded and allow opportunities that your intuition tells you to accept.
Period.
To accept them. Because there's a lot of things that you don't see, that you don't know how it's going to end, you know what I mean, especially with manifestation. So opportunities will present themselves to you in the most obscure way, you know, and, you know, by the time that you accept that opportunity and by the time that you're done, you're going to think back on it and be like, wow, oh my God, this is exactly what I manifested. This is exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe that this is happening. You know what I mean? And it's really good to make that kind of correlation to that kind of relation to past manifestations as well that you have had. Like, oh, I wish I had this. I wish I had that. But now you're going to be in that mindset of, I am this, I am that, or I'm going to have this and I'm going to have that.
If I put in the work that is needed.
Exactly. Yeah. So instead of like thinking about it in the future, like in a future tense, you think about it in the present tense. Whenever you do start your manifestations, like talk to yourself, record yourself, put it in your notes, you know, on your phone, type it or write it out in a journal. Just try your best to write in the present tense as if you already have all of the things that you are wanting. Like,
For sure.
oh, I have my coding certification and I have a great job that pays me this amount of money.
It's already in the bag if I keep on my path.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's how I feel as well with tattooing. Like, it's already in my path, so all I have to do is like keep going.
Exactly.
So,
and like, you know,
that's why I'm not stressed about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, because it's just coming. You know, it's gonna come eventually if I keep on believing that it's already mine.
Exactly. And that's the best way to think too, for sure. Let's see. I have from Jess.mpr. Hello, Jess.
Hello, Jessica. Thank you for the reoccurring questions.
Yes, I love. Thank you both, Destiny and Jess, for having all these questions. I love it. She said, or she asked, when manifesting, I start doubting myself after a while. Could shadow work help?
Shadow work, I mean, all of this stuff is very intertwined. At least for me, like everything is just like playing into each other. And it's all separate skills, but it all comes together into a well-rounded person.
Yes.
So definitely shadow work, like going back into our our last episode, is a way for you to get into a positive mindset.
Yes.
Because shadow work is basically calling out all your negative attributes and shifting them and transmuting them into a positive sense. So honestly, you can't do manifestation unless you do shadow work.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
they kind of go hand in hand. Like, you'll notice while manifesting, like I said, the monkey brain is going to kick in.
Yes.
That's shadow self.
Yes.
So if you want to call it your shadow self, I call it monkey brain. It's up to you.
It's the same. Yeah.
Same thing.
Interchangeable.
Nice. Definitely. But putting a name to it and putting it in your mind that you can dismiss it and go sit over there is a healthy way to like compartmentalize.
Yes.
So
I do like that. I really like that idea a lot, honestly, because I feel like my monkey brain also comes out. My shadow self comes out a lot, especially when I manifest.
Especially when you manifest.
Yeah, but it's also really good when you manifest. It's also really good to set that intention of having a positive mindset. Like, I'm intending to manifest great things for myself, so I need to be in a positive mindset. And, you know, whatever affirmations you need to say to yourself, I would say it to yourself before you start manifesting, for sure.
It's very personal.
Yes, yeah, it is.
Customized, just for you.
Exactly. And it's okay, but it's okay to manifest with other people. I think that it's a lot of fun, too, whenever you get to manifest with other people. If you want to talk about it, you can, but I feel like it's also a very personal thing. I like to just... Like, I remember whenever we lived together in that last apartment, it was super small, super crowded. Disgusting. But we were manifesting by writing down all of our manifestations and by burning it or... Yeah, for sure. That's a very
witchy way to manifest, which is good. I mean, any way to manifest is good.
Yeah, do whatever way you want to manifest, you know, just as long as you're comfortable. And as long as your intentions and your manifestations are all in the positive realm, I feel like that's not going to be a big issue. You know what I mean? Because when you negatively manifest, and especially on other people, that is just asking for negative manifestations to come towards you and back at you tenfold.
I agree.
I've never really wished bad upon anybody, so I can't say that I've had like... Okay, why? I'm like, why are you chuckling at me?
I'm laughing at myself because I used to wish bad upon people.
Oh, like, good, because that's something...
It didn't go anywhere good.
Yeah. Because I feel like, you know, when you do negatively manifest towards other people or other things, that's just going to cause a detriment to you and your plans and your positivity. You know what I mean?
For sure.
What about you? Do you want to share the negative manifestations that you had that possibly
I used to have a
backfired?
list of people
Death Note. A list.
that I would regularly put negative energy towards them, like
I
almost
see.
daily.
Oh, really?
And
That's
nothing
crazy.
good came out of it. Like, I remember I was losing hair on my beard.
Wow.
Yeah, like
Oh my God. How old were you?
I'm 27 now. So I was
But back then.
I want to say I was like 22, maybe 20
Wow,
to
and you
like
were losing
24.
hair
I was
on
losing
your
hair.
beard.
Yeah, on my beard only. And then, yeah, it was
How
just
odd.
crazy. It was so crazy. And then my health was really bad. Like, and I was just really, really negative, honestly. I was very bad.
Yeah.
Like, a very bad mindset.
Ooh,
And
you
I
know
kind of
what?
just let it go. I just let it, I was all like, God bless them. Like, damn, this
Yeah.
isn't helping me. It's not helping anything at all.
No.
Just keeping these people on my mind. So just
Yeah.
release it and move forward.
Exactly.
So
Like Caliucci's, you're dead to me.
you're dead to me.
You're dead
period.
to me.
Literally,
I'm not gonna think about you
Callie,
because you're
just did
dead to
help
me.
in my healing process. Honestly, I'm
Period,
not gonna lie.
girl. She's a divine feminine
Divine
energy.
feminine, for sure.
Like, and I honestly stan her to the T. Like, and especially with her new song, I Wish You Roses, that is also a
Yeah.
positive manifestation / intention.
I'm telling you, Callie Uchis is on her wave because every time like I'm on that
amazing.
wave, she releases an album and I'm like, shut up.
Stop.
Shut up.
Why are you in my head
Why
right
are you
now?
in my head?
Are we the same person?
Literally
Tell me
that.
yes.
Tell me we're actually the same.
Please, God, please. I love her so much, for sure.
So that's like negative manifestation and what it could cause if you're putting that
Yes.
negativity out there in a witchy sense.
You're jinxing yourself. Not jinxing. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that was a slur. I promise I wasn't intending
It was really
that.
just people that did me dirty.
Oh,
And
okay.
then I would just
I
like
see.
very malicious towards them.
Oh,
And I'm
really?
like, y'all deserve this. Like in my mind, they deserved every bit of negativity that I sent their way.
Wow.
But in
Okay.
all honesty, like that's terrible.
It is terrible.
terrible.
It's like voodoo.
Yeah.
It's like voodoo, and even worse than
Negative
honestly.
magic.
Yeah, because karma. Like, I don't know if people believe in karma. That is also another podcast episode. But I feel like it's a very real thing, and whatever, like I said, yin yang. Whatever you put out there comes back to you. You know what I mean?
It's true. That's what I think.
Look, and I just want to show everybody right now that this is how Angel talks to me.
What is it?
He said, dumb bitch. Because y'all don't know. But I'm in charge of the Instagram for us. So I'm the one looking at all the questions.
It's a tradition.
Yeah, right. After 2 episodes
I'm dead.
of me doing that.
Yeah, it's a tradition now.
Stupid. I hate him.
Dumb bitch question mark?
Anyway, shut up.
What's the answer?
You are.
Okay, period. Good answer.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's it. No, just kidding.
And that's the end of the episode.
No, so another question is, what's your favorite manifestation ritual?
Ooh. You go first. I feel like we kind of touched base on it, but my favorite? What's your favorite?
My favorite is definitely sitting outside and sitting on the ground. Preferably in the full moon, just because there's more light, honestly.
That's true.
But also because I feel like it's a very powerful yet chaotic time. I feel like everybody always acts a little loopy, a little silly goosey
You're honestly very
during
silly
the
goose is
full moon, for sure. So I like to take that chaotic energy and I like to hone in on it so that that chaotic energy can turn into positive energy for my manifestations. If you guys believe in crystals, I like to believe in the intentions behind the crystals. And so I'll have them out there with me while we're bathing in the full moonlight. And I'll take my journal out there and I'll take like a nice meditation, a little like 5-minute breather to get mindful of my body, mindful of my mindset, and really be able to boost myself into that positive mindset. And then I will take pen to paper and I'll journal out all of my manifestations. Like this recent one that I did for the Sagittarius full moon that just happened this weekend.
Literally
Period.
just passed.
Sagittarius. All my girls,
I was feeling it.
boys.
I was feeling it.
Yeah.
I felt very powerful. Honestly.
Yes, period. Fire
Sagittarius
sign.
energy.
Yes, exactly. Me. Not really.
Mm.
But anyway. Whatever. I hate you. Anyway. So for this full moon, I wrote down like I said, I wrote my top priority down. I said that I'm learning so much in coding school and I'm having a really great time doing it. I'm learning everything very quickly, and a lot of people are coming to me for help, which just helps me in educating myself because I'm teaching other people what I know. And it just reinforces that knowledge in my brain. Then I would like go on to say like my manifestations for the important people in my life, because it's not just me in my life. I also think about like my surroundings and the people around me, and so I wish for a lot of really good things to happen. So I manifest things for you and Merlin and your business. I manifest things for like, you know, my friend Destiny, what's up girl, Velvet, what's up girl, hopefully you are seeing this, I love y'all. You know, people who might be going through hard times. My love Ruben, my love Paige. I like to think about them. I like to make sure that they're all healthy. And then I do the same for myself. I'm like, okay, well, now me. My physical fitness is top tier. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am that bitch. If you don't know, that's a song. Yeah.
I didn't think you were gonna do it, but you did it.
I did do it. It's a song. Maybe I'll link it later.
It is a good song.
Copyright.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
So it's really good to like, you know, put yourself in that mindset and to put yourself in a good environment for sure. Like you can definitely do it in the same environment that you're always in, but I like to step outside. I like to be a part of the earth. I like to be a part of, you know, the universe that is connected to the rest of or be outside in the world that's part of the rest of the universe. That's what I like to say.
Period.
There you go. And yeah, and I just accept all of that energy and then I put it down into my paper and I think about it like I think about the moon energy coming in and I'm like writing with the moon energy so that my journal is literally like glowing by the end of my manifestation. And I'll like close it, I'll like, you know, kiss it a little bit, you know, give it a little, you know, and some crystal action, and it'll just feel really complete by the end of my little spiel. And I don't end off my manifestations with any like sign off or goodbye or anything because I journal entry it like I'm already living in that time. And so I'll just leave off on my last sentence of my manifestation and I'll just continue to journal after that day, like as a regular journal.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
What about you?
My favorite way to manifest. What comes to my mind? Honestly, I have like a little altar. So I'll just sit there and I'll pray. Let's see. What was that one time? I remember one time I lit a St. Michael candle.
Ooh, yeah.
And I like to do that for like protection purposes and for all around like protection and health over all of my family members and friends. I'm very much like a mental person. Like I'm very much like just focusing on what I want and where I want things to go. Okay. I used to do like a lot of writing manifestation, but it takes like a while. You know what I mean?
He's illiterate.
I'm illiterate. It takes a while for me to do it. So I'm just like there asking the universe and also providing myself a good mental space to like just do it. You know what I mean?
Ooh,
like, and then I'm putting myself in the mindset like this is what I have to do in order to reach that goal.
Oh, okay.
And because of that, I feel like I get like downloads of what to do during certain situations. Like when it comes to like my family. Okay. Like, nice. I might be going through something with somebody and it's like, what can I say to them or what can I do for them that will help us build a relationship better? And it'll just like pop into my mind. And I feel like that is like, what's the word? I feel like that's
good?
No,
What
it's like,
is it?
it is good, but it's just like something that happened because of my manifestation process.
Ah,
So
okay, I see. It's
it's the like,
correlated. It's related to each other.
yes, exactly. Like
Okay.
that probably wouldn't have happened if I didn't put myself in the mindset to be able to receive that kind of download,
Okay, I
is what I'm
see.
saying. It's
Okay.
very like, I don't know.
No, no, no. That makes sense to me at
Oh, it makes
least,
sense.
especially when you word it like that, you
Okay,
know?
cool.
Yeah, put it out in simple, like layman's terms, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's what I'm really trying to do
I,
is like
yeah,
for the beginners.
I try to use big vocabulary words, but it's honestly just because that's like the first thing that pops out of my head.
Oh,
I'm
that's
sorry.
fine.
I read too many books. I
I
don't mean to
try
make y'all break the dictionary out.
literally
Shit.
stop talking so big.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Um so yeah, I just kind of like prepare myself to receive those kind of downloads in the sense
Okay, I see.
of like, just that's where my manifestation practices are really like my favorite, is like the process of actually doing them
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
right.
getting validated from the universe.
Okay,
You
I
know what I mean?
see. Yeah. But
So
so then do you expect anything out of your manifestations
I do.
like immediately?
Not immediately.
Are you pretty
No,
patient with them?
I'm very patient. I'm a
Okay.
very patient person.
Okay.
It's like when
I
other
see.
people are not patient with me and my
Mm.
process of doing things is
Oh,
where
okay.
my Leo starts to come out and I get very
Yeah.
annoyed and like pressured. Like it
Yeah.
feels like I have to be successful in like a time frame
That's why
when
morning annoys
I
you.
don't know anybody who just like they get a degree and then they just get a job. Like especially
Oh,
in
yeah,
our day
yeah.
and age,
No,
like
not at all.
nobody.
Literally me, bitch. I literally have a degree.
I
Cannot
have
find
a
a
degree
job.
too.
Could not find. Yeah, exactly. Could not find a job.
But
But we're making our way.
yeah, exactly. It's all about starting the steps to do that. So that's
And
what
we
I'm
have the
doing.
knowledge, you know what I mean? I feel like your degree was really imperative because you now have knowledge
Hmm.
over like art, just generally, you know what I mean?
Right.
And different forms of it too, which is so
Yeah,
powerful.
I know a
That is so
lot
amazing.
when
And
it
you
comes to
are a
art.
very good artist because, you know, like you just kept practicing. And I feel like
Hmm.
school is really good for that, especially for that purpose. You know what I
For
mean?
sure. But going
It's not
back to,
necessary though,
yeah, not
by no
necessarily.
means.
But educating
Anyway,
yourself is
yes.
necessary.
Yes, exactly.
But going back to my favorite practice, I
Mm-hmm.
would say just like sitting there with my thoughts and like already like just calming my mind
Mm-hmm.
down and like being able to like expect
Mm-hmm.
that I'm going to succeed because I already have like the plan and the fortitude to do so.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay. That's nice though. I think that's really good because like you fortify your mind, you fortify your manifestations and
Has nothing to
you're
do with writing. I feel like writing kind of like
yeah.
takes me out of my mind a little bit.
Oh, really?
That's just me
Okay.
personally. Like if that's something that you want to do, then do it. But like
Yeah.
me personally, I like to fortify my inside, my internal self more than I like to like put it down in the physical realm.
Okay, I see. For me, I'm the opposite because my thoughts are very jumbled and I feel like I have a lot of them in even just like 2 seconds. I feel like I can have so many thoughts, so many questions. But
For
I do
sure.
also have anxiety for sure. It's taken me a while to hone in on that too, but that's also why I meditate and I try to get into like this mindset, this intention of manifesting and being in that like go mode, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I don't know how other people's minds work. You know, if you do want to write, you're welcome to write. If you want to think about it, go ahead and think about it. Like, manifesting doesn't have to be like a whole ritual, it doesn't have to take like hours or an hour. Like, it could literally just, sorry, it could
Okay.
literally just be like 5 minutes of your time in your car before you go to work, you know what I mean? I'm manifesting good money. Like whenever we worked at restaurants, I would, on the way to work,
No, for
I
real.
would yell at myself, I'm a lucky girl. I'm so lucky to have a job that pays me. I'm going to make so much money today. I'm going to have really good guest interactions, like, and I'm going to have fun. You know what I mean? And every time that I did that, I would have a really good time. And I
My
would,
manifestation when we're in the industry
yeah.
is more of like, despite anybody's negative attitudes, I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to maintain a positive one.
I like that.
Like that's something I would say to myself a lot
Yes, I like
because
that a lot.
honestly, people's attitudes back then really did affect me.
It was too
Like it
much,
would
yeah.
completely ruin my day, honestly.
Yeah,
And
same,
so
same.
I noticed that, especially when I was working at this one place called Golden Walk.
Oh,
Like everybody was
yeah.
in a bad attitude most of the
Yeah.
time.
I hate that.
So being
Stop
able
that.
to like not let them affect me was hard, and it did affect me to the point where I just quit. You know what I
Really?
mean? Yeah.
Wow.
And so it even followed me over into my next job, which was Yard House.
Oh, yeah, I
And I
feel that.
noticed
I feel
that
that.
like people were just like very in bad attitudes all the time. Like
Yeah.
especially my managers. Like, and if my
Yeah.
managers are in a bad attitude, then how am I supposed to have a good shift? And I noticed
Yeah.
that they would have a bad attitude with me, but they would be positive around other people, women. So
Yes, yeah. Well,
so
yeah. You were in that time for sure.
and like it was coming from a place of disgustingness. Honestly, you
Yeah.
want me to be real?
It is disgusting, honest to God. And like we both worked at Yard House, by the way. I worked there before
That's not where we
him.
met, but
Yeah, no, for sure. But
Yardies have a connection.
yeah, yeah, for sure. We have all gone through the trauma of Yard House, especially the one downtown. So ew, not in the
Sorry,
microphone.
mine.
So whenever we worked there, this kind of ties into the manifestation part because I first got there when there was two women managers, and they were so positive, so sweet, so nice. I liked them a lot, honestly. And they both had left. They both moved out of the state
Good
into
for them.
bigger and better things. Yeah, wonderful for them. Was with all of the male managers, which not all of them were like, so crazy to me, but of course I am a woman. I know that, men do have different intentions towards women and whatever, but they never really like, only one of them, or actually a couple of them, have shown me like that kind
You
of,
slut.
yeah, like intention towards me. But I could see that their intentions would manifest into each shift. Like, into each shift, their main focus would be like, oh, I want to get in this girl's pants. So I'm going to try and build this relationship with her. You know what I mean? And they would ignore their job. Like, if it's to the point, guys, where you're
Or women.
manifesting or women,
Anybody.
yeah, I'm just saying guys as a general thing. Y'all, sorry, y'all. If y'all are finding yourself manifesting and intending something for so long, like, and you're in that mind space for the whole time of like, just generally, I don't know, like if you're in that mindset for like a whole hour even, that's kind of crazy. Like, that's a little bit much. You don't have to keep thinking about it over and over again to make it happen. Just say it once, or think it once, write it down once, and like, just consistently do it like once every month. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be an everyday for an hour. I'm gonna get with this fucking girl. And like, also intentions and manifestations towards other people to get something out of it for yourself, it's not gonna work for you, because that is a form of negative manifestation. That's like form of pushing your expectations onto somebody else. Like, for me, whenever I manifest for my friends, I don't manifest like negative things or positive things that are going to affect me. I write positive manifestations for my friends that are going to work out for them in the end. I'm not like trying to manipulate anybody. I'm just like, I'm hoping that this person's health is going to be good. You know what I mean? At this point, I want them to be happy. I want them to be stable. I don't want them to feel like shit. You know what I mean? And it's also, I think, a really good thing to manifest in a positive wording, like in positive words. Because if you say like, I don't want to be unhappy, or I don't want to be unhappy, yeah, then I feel like that's also just more negative manifestation. Like, you should just say, I'm going to be happy, or I am happy. You know what I mean? Like, say what you are,
I would
not what
even
you are
say
not.
like that. I would be like, I am going to be mindful of when I am happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's like, I'm not.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah, that's better than I'm going to be happy.
Yeah, because
You're
that's
not
not
always
a.
gonna be happy.
Yeah, that's impossible. It's impossible.
But like when I do notice that I am happy, I'm gonna acknowledge it and I'm gonna bask in it.
Yeah.
That's like a positive manifestation.
Yeah,
to me.
period. I like that.
You're welcome.
Okay, period. Yeah, you're welcome. See that? You see that, guys?
I'm a little cocky.
I'm
with
calling him out.
manifestation.
I'm upset at this guy.
I feel
What is
like I
wrong
didn't
with
get
him?
very serious about manifesting until like a little bit before I met you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it was like when I was living in Corpus again, like after I moved back from Colorado, I was manifesting a good job coming my way, and then I got the aquarium job, which allowed me to get back to San Antonio.
Yes.
And then that's
period.
when, not getting into our background, but
No,
that's where
for
we
sure.
met again,
Yes.
more officially.
More officially, yes.
And
yeah, you're right. Moving
everything
together.
from then has been like honestly manifestations.
Really?
Yeah, like, and honestly,
And it's
everything's
been
been
good.
working pretty good.
That's what I'm saying.
We have this new like beautiful apartment that we're able to record this podcast in. Tattoo my art skills.
Yes.
Like
yeah, the opportunities have been coming left and right.
Yeah,
like
the figure drawing class. Like I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have. But I knew that I wanted to do this full time, like my art full time.
Oh, really?
So, and then I had got the job at the bar that I work at now. I had dropped the restaurant that we were working at.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so like everything has been like falling into place. And it's just like good.
It's slowly.
Everything's good.
It is a slow process, I will say. But it's also, like I said, like we said, it's a part of the work that you put into it too.
Yeah,
you can't just keep manifesting things and asking for these good things to happen without actually putting any good effort into it yourself.
Right. And then having a business, honestly, you have to manifest because
You do.
it's
Any
part of the business
negativity
process
is-
to me, honestly, is manifesting
Yes.
good things for our business because me and Merlin's business and even the podcast, because like to me, it's just not going to fall into my lap.
Yes.
I don't know
exactly.
anybody that's like willing to give us like a fucking sponsorship just because
No.
of
Because
whatever.
of whatever. Yeah.
just because we're
literally.
doing it. Like nobody's
Yeah.
going to give you anything in this life. You have to
No, you have to work for
you have
it.
to
you
manifest.
have to earn it. Yes. And I think that's a very good point to make because a lot of people just want good things to happen to them. But it's also like bad things will happen to you too, and I understand, being in that mindset of why is this happening? Why does this have to happen to me? But also think about it like, is there anything that you could have done? And if there was, it's not your fault, but what can you learn from it? You know
I
what I
would
mean?
say like me having strep throat and then that was going to be our first ever like class for figure drawing is like the day before I got released from the hospital.
Oh yeah,
I wasn't
remember
even
that.
thinking any type of way of negative. Like I was
Yeah.
just happy to be out of the hospital and I was out of there in time enough to host my class.
Exactly.
Like everything was
The more positive you
the
are,
more positive practices that you do, the better you're going to get at it.
Yes,
Like even though I
yes.
was in the hospital and it wasn't always good. Like the first day that I got there, like I was very depressed
Oh,
and I
for
was very
sure.
like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a
course.
freaking shit ton of money. Like, but my mom came to come visit me. And so it was, and then you and Merlin came to come visit me. Like there was nothing negative about that experience other than I need to take care of my health. You know what I mean? And I shouldn't let overworking myself and burning myself out in that way.
Oh yeah, exactly. Rule over your health. You know what I mean? Like
it's
that's
just like
crazy.
a minor adjustment now. Like it's just learning from your mistakes, and then
Okay. I
next time I'm gonna drink more fucking honey water.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, got to take really good care of yourself,
Yes.
especially your throat, for sure. Especially in your case.
Yeah, in my case.
You know,
I had talked
yeah.
about that experience like,
Yes.
later or earlier.
You
What's
did.
another question?
So this kind of gets into like the more, I guess, like scientific / spiritual side. I think a lot of people like to think about like, science and spirituality like clashing together, but it just works hand in hand, I honestly think.
I think so too.
Because they're two very separate things. The question is, what kind of energy do you think goes behind manifesting? Like, is there a universal energy, a spiritual energy, a mechanical energy? Like, what kind of forces do you think is behind manifesting?
Forces. Obviously, all the forces start with just a positive mindset and dismissing all the negativity, like all the, what's the word? Like putting yourself down, telling yourself that it's not going to happen, like all that needs to fall to the wayside, and you need to develop just a positive.
That's mechanical energy, y'all. Like that in itself, just talking to yourself, putting things down on paper, looking at yourself in the mirror, that's mechanical. This is all stuff that you can do physically. Manifesting is a physical portion. Like, yeah, it does matter that you're here on this earth and that you are mindful that you are here presently on this earth when you manifest. But getting your mindset and projecting it into the future by thinking about yourself in the future, thinking about like, okay, I'm going to look like this. I'm going to be doing this when it's this time. You know what I mean? I think that's
all
very
mental practice.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, if you're not very spiritual, I recommend just doing the practice to get your mind right.
Yes, exactly.
So,
what do you think is like the thing that ties manifesting to spirituality?
It ties spiritual. Wait, say that again. I'm sorry.
What do you think ties manifesting to spiritual energy?
Oh, spiritual energy. That's a good question. For me, it's like having faith in the higher power.
Oh, okay, I see.
So having a higher power that you can tap into is always going to be a positive thing. Like there's something positive about spirituality because you're tapping into something that's grander than you.
Yes, period.
Be it your higher self, the source, God, like any type of like higher
an
being.
Idol, God,
anything that you believe in. I'm not very specific about, but everything that's just good is what I try to call upon.
Okay, I
everything
see.
that offers peace and love,
Okay.
you know, is stuff that I like to tap into.
I like that.
So that's where I think it fits in spiritually, is that you're calling on these entities or these spiritual, you know, powers to help aid you in your manifesting.
I see.
And then the more mental part, the more psychological part is more of like imagining yourself being successful and like putting away all those negative thoughts that come along with it. So that's more of like a mental space issue.
And if I may interject again,
Go ahead. We do have a comment, but
okay,
go ahead.
nice.
Go ahead first.
Like I since I have kind of like a scientific background, I like to make a point of like the things that you do in your own head are going to manifest itself into your present situation, your present body, you know what I mean? Like your thoughts are so much more powerful than you actually think, because the placebo effect is like a very big research like just catalyst, you know what I mean? Like it's literally a control group for experiments. So the placebo effect is basically when your mind is like thinking that it's on this specific like medicine, and how your physical body is going to react on that medicine. And so even though you're not on that medicine, whatever you think in your mind, oh, I just took a pill, like I'm on that medicine then. And you don't even know that you're in the placebo group whenever you are in it, usually. So you'll be thinking, oh, okay, I'm on that pill, I'm on the medicine. Let's see if it works. And when you get in that mindset, your body starts doing things to itself that make it start working in a different way. It makes like these infections, these sicknesses, these illnesses, suddenly all of us, like you're feeling better than you have before. And I think that's such a powerful thing, especially with manifestations, because like I used to have a really bad back. I used to have like really shitty like bones, I thought, you know, and I would dwell on that all the time.
Oh my gosh, enhancing it almost.
Exactly. And so whenever I negatively manifested and I enhanced that pain, I focused on it more. You know, that's truly what it is your focus is shifting to something that is, you know what I mean, negative, something painful,
I feel
something.
like I do have certain people in my life that are like that. Like they just focus too much on the
Yes.
pain, and
Yes,
so
exactly.
it amplifies it even more.
Exactly. But the more that you think that you're healing, the more that you think, oh, this allergy medicine I take is going to work. Like the more that your body itself starts believing in it because of its neurons. Like all of your neurons are and synapses are firing off all quick because of literally your thoughts. You know what I mean? The more that you think about your self healing, the faster you're going to heal. And I don't exactly know the chemical pathway that your neurons and synapses take exactly to release like the serotonin, the dopamine, all the things that you need, especially like to heal your body and to make you feel better. But it is very like it's a very real thing that's
No,
inside of your body.
I'm
I
glad you
would love
brought
to
up
do
this
more research.
placebo effect, because it's
Yes.
basically the same principle as like getting yourself out of like a mental.
Yeah.
It's just like you gotta talk yourself through it. You know.
Yes, exactly.
What's this question? It better be relevant.
Stop Zitro. I've learned expectations is not what's important, and acceptance is a strong new tool I want to explore. Beautiful, beautifully worded
Can you read it
too.
again?
I've learned expectations are not what's important, and acceptance is a strong new tool I want to explore. That is from
Acceptance
Andrew.
is key. Accepting where you're
Yes.
at,
Yes.
because that's like the first step. Is
Honestly,
like it
yes.
goes back to our shadow self.
Yes.
Accepting that you are not, or that you are flawed,
Yes.
and that your mindset is flawed, and that there needs to be some fine tuning, is like the
Yes.
first step into manifestation. And accepting that you do have negative thoughts that need to
Yes.
be put to the wayside in order for you to feel comfortable and to move forward.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's something that I'm happy my brother to say, because I feel like he did struggle with that a lot. So
Yeah.
God bless. I love
No,
you.
that's amazing. That's really
I'm
awesome,
happy you're
Andrew.
making like some strides in your mental state, because
Yeah.
it's important. Your
And
mind
it's
is a very
huge.
powerful, and it's like most of the
Yeah.
battle, honestly. So if you don't have a good
Yeah.
mindset, then everything else is going to fall to the wayside. You
Exactly.
know, all the
Nothing is going to
positivity.
fall into place.
And even those moments where you're like having positive stuff happen to you, you can't even appreciate it, because you're just like,
Exactly.
everything's going to suck after this moment, or everything is going to fall to chaos eventually.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
and that's just
exactly.
not like, I
That's
don't,
not
just
a good
don't
way to
subscribe to
think.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And it is easy to be swayed by other people's opinions, by other people's views and beliefs of things, and also their manifestations as well. I feel like that's very important to touch on, because it's something that is so apparent, especially in today's culture, where we only feel accepted if we feel the same as other people, or we only
Which is
want
ridiculous.
to, have camaraderie with people who are like the same as us, which for me, yeah, I find a little bit of comfort in that. But the best conversations that I have are with people who think very differently from me, who have differing opinions or different interests. And I like to hear about them though. You know what I mean? Like I used to have like a couple of friends that are more into like sports, you know what I mean? I'm not super into sports, but I do like learning about new things. And so I take that opportunity and I ask them about the sport that they like the best. And, there was this one time that this guy was explaining football to me, and we were just like chilling in his car smoking. And honestly, the passion behind his voice, the like, the ferocity in which he spoke about football, it made me like football a little bit more. It made me feel like, oh my gosh, like this is something that's super important to this person, like, and that makes me feel important to them, that they feel like they can talk about the thing that's important to them to me, even though they know that it's not something
That
that
you're
I am
in
interested in.
initially.
They even apologize, you know what I mean? Like, and I tell people all the time, like, oh, you don't have to apologize. Like, I love hearing about what you're passionate about, you know what I mean? And I'll say that to anybody and everybody, it doesn't have to be just a woman or a man, I don't have intentions going into any of these conversations. If they want to talk about whatever they want to talk about, go ahead. Like, that is totally cool with me. I don't mind being here. But if it's something that I don't want to talk about, or something that I think is negative, I'll definitely try to push the subject away. And like, there's definitely gentle ways that you can like hint to people that this isn't really what you want to talk about, or this is just something you're uncomfortable with. And also, it's okay to just communicate outright that this is not something that you want to talk about, But on that facet, I feel like scientifically, it's very important, like, to be a part of the group, but it's not that important. Like, in hindsight, you're going to regret not being your full self around people because you're going to feel uncomfortable with yourself in the long run. And the things that you accept about yourself right now are the things that you can show to other people. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And other people will be more willing to accept you, and you'll find the group of people that you were meant to be around whenever you are comfortable and you accept the things that you tell yourself. You know what I mean?
That's something you can manifest as well, being part of a community. But how am I going to get to that community?
Yes, exactly.
By doing things that make me happy and going to places that are interesting to me. And maybe through there, I'll find a community of people that, that's where my mind goes.
Yeah.
So,
like, if you're one of those people that, like, go to the bar every night because you want to, like, get laid, or, you want to go to the bar every night to make friends, like, those are the kinds of friends you're going to be making, though. Like, think about it hard, you know what I mean? If you're not normally a person that goes to the bars and drink, you're probably not going to want to go to the bar to make a friend, you know what I mean? Go to a place that maybe it's a little bit more open for you to start a conversation with somebody, like, if you like going outside, go outside, go on a hike. You'll meet tons of people on the trail. I'm so sure you'll meet tons of new people on a trail that you're going on, and who knows, you might even meet your next best friend. You might meet somebody who wants to go grab lunch with you afterwards. Like, it's just, there's so many opportunities out in the world, and you manifest them by actually doing things that align with your identity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Okay, cool. We don't have any questions, but if y'all have any questions, any comments, concerns, please feel free to voice them in the chat.
Yeah.
And
sure
we
you
already
like
answered this question. Yeah, make sure you like the video. I think that was all of our questions, but is there anything that you wanted to touch on for manifestations, intentions, how that ties into, like, our higher self, shadow self, inner child even?
I just feel like, just to sum it all up into one, like, pretty little thing, I guess, manifestation is a very powerful tool that is going to bring up both positive and negative attributes of yourself. And it's honestly just, like I said, a tool to get yourself in the right mindset to become successful in any kind of field that you want. So that's it. That's all it is.
That's very true. That's very true. And same with intentions. Setting an intention is super important with your day-to-day life, with being productive in general. If you guys haven't yet, or do not have it yet, definitely pick up Atomic Habits by James Clear. This is not sponsored by him in any way, shape, or form, or by that book. But
you can literally listen to it free online. Like, that's
period.
The way I was. Like I said, I was a dishwasher.
Yeah.
I freaking would listen to that book on YouTube.
That's great.
And I finished it, and through those steps and through that understanding of educating myself, which is the first step to take, is just educating yourself.
Yes, exactly.
You can go far.
Yeah.
So we've come this far. I'm not a dishwasher anymore. Not that there's anything wrong with being a dishwasher, but
every little action. Yeah, we know that. You're high maintenance. You're Leo or whatever. So just take things, like, a little bit at a time. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to think about things, stop, take a look at your life, take a look at what you want your future to be like, but don't just dwell in it. Actually start taking some actions, even if they are the smallest bits and pieces. You know what I mean?
I tell everybody, like, at least do something 20 minutes a day.
Yeah.
If you can't do 20 minutes a day, then do it, like, for an hour once a week.
Yes. Yeah. Or even just getting things out into the open so that you are more inclined to do what what you want to do, because that's one of the habits. That's one of the like laws of his atomic habits, is
Like a
making
mood
it
board.
obvious. Yeah, you know what I mean? Make it obvious. Make your iPad, put your iPad out. You know what I mean? If you want to draw and Procreate, take your sketchbook out and leave a clear pencil, pen, marker, whatever you draw with, out on your desk. You know what I mean?
I'll literally come in here and
Have it
like
out.
click my computer on, and then that will be a signal to me like, oh, my computer's on. Like, let me do some work.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
know what I
period,
mean?
girl.
Or like, let me put my basket right here so that I can remember to do the laundry. You know what I
Yes,
mean? Just like
yes.
little things.
Little
If you want to
things.
get a little bit more serious, you could be
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna leave my laptop right here so I could do some schoolwork.
Yes,
You know what I
period,
mean? Like
yes.
doing that little stuff to set yourself up for success honestly goes a long way.
And it is especially helpful if you guys are neurodivergent, or I'm self-diagnosed ADHD. I think I really do have some kind of ADHD. I don't think that it's like very extensive like some people's are, but I do notice that I get off track very often. But I also have the ability to deeply focus on one thing, like hyperfixate on something
Same.
as well. So something that has helped me with my ADHD, my OCD-ish kind of tendencies are me setting timers. It's me setting timers for myself. I set like a 15-minute timer to work on something, and then I'll set another 15-minute timer after that to, take a break, to watch a movie or go on YouTube or like just rest my eyes, something like that. You know what I mean? Something that I constitute as a break. And then I'll do another 15 minutes, go back at whatever I was doing, or maybe work on a different project, Like I have several different projects that I can do on my computer. So I'll do like 15 minutes of coding, and then I'll do 15 minutes of rest. Then I'll do another 15 minutes of like editing a video, or I'll do 15 minutes of getting something to eat,
Period. Yeah.
Like
I kind of do the same thing, but
easy.
I don't use time. I use like milestones,
Oh, okay,
especially when it
nice.
comes to like pieces of artwork.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, okay, I'm going to sketch and then I'm done. Okay,
Okay.
now I sketched that day. Now I could build upon my previous day and I
Okay,
could
I
do the
see.
line work today.
Nice.
Okay, I did the line work yesterday. I might
Yeah.
as well do the coloring and the effects the next day.
Yeah.
So in all, like you probably spend about like maybe like 5 hours on a piece,
Okay, I see.
but you broke it up into 3 days, so you're not exhausted from just doing this one piece.
Period. That's
Yeah,
very good.
so that milestones, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So
Whatever you feel comfortable
Yeah.
with, definitely use whatever you feel.
those are just some
Best.
examples,
Yes.
like of what we use.
Yeah, there's different ways, there's different skills and techniques that you can definitely use, but those are the two main ones that we both use for
Right.
sure. Yeah. So anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, you don't have anything else you want to say?
I think manifesting is just like, and intentions are just like point blank period. That's all it is.
That's very
I
true.
feld like our last episode was definitely more intense,
Oh yeah, for
like
sure.
because of, and longer, just because of like the amount of like stuff that goes into shadow work and
and
a
your
inner child and higher self.
and even just defining those can take such a long time too.
Literally. And then
But-
manifesting goes into all that. Like this is stuff that we do also, you know what I mean? Like all these first 3 episodes have just been about
That's true.
getting to know what we do and how we do it. And then, from
it's true.
here, who knows?
Who knows? Yeah,
So-
exactly. And I feel like manifestations and intentions are very conducive. Are very related to like your higher self, especially because your higher/highest self is like the best version of you possible, and we should always be striving to be the best possible person we can a day. I mean, go ahead, take your rest, but that is also a part of you getting to that point. Rest, self-care, and manifesting are all a part of you getting to that best self that
I
you're
agree.
working towards.
It's raining a little bit, huh?
Yeah, it is.
I love
It
it.
is.
It's
It was
beautiful.
a little while ago too, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, shouldn't have asked. But yeah, no, thank you guys for tuning in on another podcast. We
Yes.
love all of our viewers. Please
Thank y'all so
like
much.
and subscribe
Period.
to our YouTube channel. Again, we have our Instagram handles down under, and we have our link trees in our bio on our YouTube channel, as well as I think our Instagram bios too, right? Yeah, so just follow us, whatever. We'll definitely be trying to post more stories, more posts. We're planning on doing some more photo shoots for sure soon enough. Whenever we both have the free time to do it out of our busy schedules or whatever.
I do want to
No, I'm
say
just
that
kidding.
King did confirm that he wants to do the podcast next Monday.
Perfect. And we will have a special guest next Monday because happy Pride Month, y'all.
Woo!
Woo!
It is Pride Month. I love that.
We will probably be discussing.
We haven't decided yet.
Okay,
we
cool.
need to talk to King about that. But
Okay, cool.
just the
We'll announce it. We'll announce it on
Yeah.
our Instagram. So just follow us.
it's just going to be fun to have our first guest.
Yeah, I'm super excited, honestly. We're definitely going to have to work like a microphone or something in there too.
Oh yeah. I have well, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
But
okay, cool. Awesome. But thank you guys for joining us. Y'all have a oh wait.
What?
Do you want to show them your outfit?
Yes.
Yeah.
You go first though, because mine's
Okay.
kind of
Well, mine. I just went to school and then I came back like literally
Show them. It's
20
cute.
minutes
It's
before.
cute.
But yeah.
She dresses like this at school. Like, come on.
Period.
Did you dress like this at school? I didn't think so. Period. Boss. She stinks. And then
Awesome.
mine is a very simple outfit, but I love the t-shirt.
I love the t-shirt because he is a weirdo.
Yeah, it's like this bitch.
Period. This bitch.
Skunk bitch
You
with
mean
tits.
Pepe Le Pew?
And
Oh
she-
wait,
it
it's
says weirdo.
his wife. Wait, no, it's not. It's not even her. That's a batter bitch.
That's a better bitch.
Yeah. Period.
Watch.
But fit of the day. Period. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We
Yes,
will
thank y'all
see
so
you
much.
next Monday with King.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, turn it off.